Good afternoon. I'm Dennis Willich with Nationwide Southwest, and I'm here today with Jeremiah Winfree from NXT LEVEL SMART HOME.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah, glad to have you, buddy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Jeremiah first.
Okay.
How long you been involved in this business?
Informally, since I was 16, 17 years old, I've always been a tinkerer. My dad brought home his first Kenwood AV system, if you will, where you had a different tape player, CD player, equalizer, everything, and he didn't know how to put it together, so I did it. And so in life, I actually took a different path, did project management, and then around 2018, my business partner, Jerry, he came to me with an idea about smart homes and said, hey, what do you think about that? And I said, well, then why don't we create a marriage between the AV side of things and the smart home side? And that's how NXT LEVEL Smart Home kind of came about. So it's been a fun journey up to this point, and it's been great seeing the industry evolve and where it's going to end up going. So,
Tell you what, this industry is off the charts.
yes, sir.
And we don't have, it's amazing to me. We have a lot of different verticals. I mean, we have the appliance vertical, furniture, we have bedding, we have custom integration, we have outdoor living. So all these different things that we deal in.
Yes, sir.
And we have members in all of those different verticals.
Mm-hmm.
But the amazing thing is right now, the CI seems to be like bulletproof. There's a lot of demand. People are wanting things done. They want to enjoy life. A lot of the things with COVID drove people home. So they start spending and investing there. The backyard's another spot that just has gone off the charts with us. So we find that in this vertical, things seem to be very, very solid. And we talk to members all the time that tell us, I talked to a couple yesterday in the South Division now. One guy said, Dennis, I've already got more contracts signed in 25 right now than I did in all of 24.
Yep.
So it's growing. So that part of it has been very, very good for us. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah, it's we've seen some tapering off because of interest rates, right? And so goes the housing market. Typically, so goes the custom integration industry, right? Because if your money is not as long, if you will, because you can't afford as much, you're spending more on down payments and things like that, you'll see a little dip. But we're already slated to do probably 20, 30% year over year more than last year, right? And obviously, with the state of the economy and politics and things like that, and people with the unknowns are there, but we're still slated at this point to finish the year stronger. Which so that lets you know that despite industry anomalies, if you will, the industry's strong. It's still there. So we're looking to continue to grow and invest into the company and into our community. So yeah, we're seeing very similar things.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about NXT LEVEL. And when you walk in to a consumer's home and you're out there to do a bid,
Yeah.
what all do you try to include in that bid? Meaning, other than just electronics and some of that, are you also working toward shades?
Oh, absolutely. So when we first started, it was all about voice control integration and AV. Very small portions now, right? Now it's more about custom integration from a home automation perspective and the things that you don't really look at. Things like lights, shades, right? And so when I'm talking, first thing is first, I actually go to the wife more than I go to the husband now.
Yeah.
Right? Because the husband's easy, right?
Yeah.
Give me a big TV, good speakers, right? But the wife, on the other hand, all that stuff has to match her decor. And so it's like, okay, what do you want? And I'm tired of waking up in the morning because it's too bright in the bedroom. Okay, I got a solution for that.
Yeah.
Or I like to read a book at night. What can you do for me? Because I don't want to have all my lights on.
Yeah.
Okay, I can put dimmers or smart lights or small diaperture lights, things like that. So when I go in, I'm looking at everything, alarm, network, because in our industry, the backbone of everything, regardless you're talking about shades, lights, you name it, you've got to have a robust network.
Oh, yeah.
So we can't just throw a Comcast router in there and say you're good to go and you got a 7,000 square foot home. That doesn't work anymore. Yeah. So now we've got a layer. So we cover everything technology-based in the home, even down to pool controllers, right? If you want to be able to, hey, when you get home, you know it's a Friday night, let's have the pool lights automatically come on, the jacuzzi automatically start, the music going, and you're ready to go. Now, funny thing is my wife works for a luxury appliance distributor in Houston, and now we're doing appliances.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
now
you see what I'm saying?
I want to talk about that one.
We're doing everything now, right? And so she's got that plug that's there. So I'm like, anything that plugs in, I want to put my hands on it. That's what it is. So, because I want to make life work for you, right? That's the thing. I think COVID, the benefit of COVID, and despite all the negative that happened with it, it brought people back home. Think about it. Back in the day, you bought your house and you were like, everything's great, but then you're always out eating, you're always out doing things like that. Well, then why you buy a home just to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Now people are like, no, I'm going to save that money and I'm going to entertain here at home, whether that be a backyard space or a home theater. And so now we're like, okay, let's reinvest back in the home outside of just upgrading my roof or putting in new flowers. So there's more to it than just that. So,
Oh, yeah.
So absolutely.
No, that's good. Now, speaking of the luxury side of things, okay, so you have, it's amazing, the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the backyard in the old days, the guys would get together,
Mm-hmm.
we drink some beer, we talk about we get our briskets going.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about our rubs and who's got the best rub. Drink some more beer, have some more fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the women were in the house.
Yeah.
No more.
No.
They're in that backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this, the backyard has become totally feminized now.
Yeah.
The women are back there saying, I want this, I want this, I want this. And we have some really high ends, really, really solid dealers that are in the outdoor living space. We have AOLG, America's Outdoor Living Group.
Mm-hmm.
And they do business in that backyard. I mean, that's their baby.
Yeah.
They live there. And the things that they sell, the things that they market stuff, it's all through the women.
Yep.
Every bit of it. Now, we might wind up putting an outdoor television out there because the guy wants an outdoor television.
Yep.
And she's fine with that, but I want this. And it's amazing when you go and we talk to them and they show you invoices.
Mm-hmm.
And they lay it out in front of you and you say, all of this is outdoor furniture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm looking at $41,000. They said, we sell it and sell it and sell it.
Yep.
Pieces of furniture in that invoice, $5,000 for one piece of furniture outdoors, and you'll stick it out in the elements.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But people are upgrading like mad in that backyard. I read this thing a couple days ago on an article on how much the backyard is going to create in billions.
Mm-hmm.
I was like blown away. It's just going to continue.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is, as you said, I really like that phrase when you said, if it plugs in, I want to know about it. I do. All right. That to me is incredible.
Yeah.
And the shade business, my gosh.
It's a hidden gem, man. Shades, you think about the 4-wood blinds you go pick up at Home Depot, $150, $200 a shade. Right now, you look at, some of your higher-end brands, Hunter Douglas, Lutron, Power Shades, Clark, all these different brands are out there, and your average shade, depending on the size of the window, anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. That's before you pick the fabric. But people, right, here's one of those things where you're not changing shades.
Yeah.
When was the last time you looked at your blinds and said, honey, I need to take these down?
Yeah.
Or as your wife comes, you just don't see it, right? You put it up there, you set it and forget it. So when you have an investment like that,
Right.
you don't mind spending the extra money because it's not something that is a perishable or consumable that's you're gonna change, right? And so and to your point about outdoor, how often outdoor trends from a furniture perspective don't typically change.
Yeah.
It's interior, yes, because you may change your wallpaper, things like that. So you're not gonna spend $50,000 necessarily on an interior sofa because the cat may destroy it or it's outdated. Outdoors, on the other hand, that stuff is, you set it and forget it.
Yeah.
I bought my grill, Weber, not a shout out to Weber, but that thing lasted me before I gave it to my brother for 15 years. I never thought about replacing it. So when you're investing in things that stay with your home just as long as you do, you spend the money. And that's why when you see people look at $40,000, they're like, but I'm going to amortize that out over the time that I'm going to be in this home. And you're typically looking at between 15, 20 years, if not longer, if that's going to be your forever home.
Yeah.
So the opportunity is there, right? You just got to talk to them about it. And a lot of things is people don't even know what you can do outside.
That's it.
Even the women didn't know. It's like, it was hot. I don't want to be out here. I'd rather be inside the AC. But now you've got AC cooling systems. You got misters. You got covered patios, TVs, audio systems, pools. You name it, you got it. Why would I need to be inside when everything I could do outside and I can get a tan if I want to?
Yes, right.
Right?
I like that. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you know, again, getting back into that backyard thing, to me, I thought, well, all right, we have COVID, we're in lockdown, we can't do this, can't do that, and all of a sudden, we want to do something. Well, we can't. We can't do this. Can't go nowhere. We got the kids. Can't get rid of the kids. They're with me, right?
Yeah.
Got to have them all together. So what did they do? All the families came back to being families.
Yeah.
You ever think about it?
Absolutely.
I know when I grew up, every weekend we were family,
In the backyard.
and we were family
Yes, sir.
every weekend, and it was just part of the way you grew up. It's good to see the families getting back together, and now the whole thing now has evolved. And the words that came out during COVID, as this thing started, they got a buzzword going. It was a little phrase saying the gathering spot.
Yeah.
The young generation, they called it, it's my gathering spot.
Yeah.
Right, my gathering spot. Then they got the gathering spot going, and then we started seeing where we were selling a whole lot of pizza ovens.
Yeah.
Out there in the backyard, and some of those were really high end, $5,000, $7,000 wood burning pizza ovens, and we got to talking to people selling those things, and then it became, well, it's the experience. We have the experience. You know what experience was? We get all of our block together, or our family together. We all the kids. They make the dough, and they play in the dough, and they do this, and they spread the dough, and they put toppings on here, and they
Pizza
bake,
party, yeah.
and they have a pizza party.
Yeah.
And it's all about the experience of doing this, not going down and picking the pizza up, coming home and eating it. It was about making it yourself. So all these things have soaked in, and these now 5 generations, 5. Now, and all of a sudden, each generation has different things that excite them. Turn them on, if you will.
Yeah.
They like this, they like that, she likes that, they like that. And it creates this fever, if you will, that they want things. And isn't it amazing? The women used to showcase the kitchen, right? That was their big baby.
Yeah.
Now they showcase the backyard.
Exactly.
Showcase the backyard.
Yeah.
And that is amazing to see the amount of money that's going into these projects. It's staggering to me. But let's talk a little bit more about Next Level.
Okay.
All right.
Watch it.
So Next Level's been in business how many years?
Since 2018, so we're approaching, what is that, almost 7 years?
7 years.
Yeah, 10 years the mark. Way to hit that, so yeah.
Yeah.
7
years in, rolling. And now, how many crews do you have?
So one crew. So we have
one crew.
one crew in Houston, but we obviously split, right? So if typically I'm project managing, Jerry project managing, we split the crew.
Okay.
And so we've got 5 employees that we've got to keep a nice tight-knit family with the company. So
easy to control, making sure they're busy, and that's a great thing.
Yes, sir.
Do you have plans, as you guys grow, you and your partner grow this thing, do you have plans you want to try to expand to get larger and larger, which sometimes is good, sometimes it's not good. It depends. You still have to have control. What's your thoughts on that?
I agree. So right now, my partner and I, we are in the phase right now where we're in the phase of growth, but we want to be smart about it, right? Because what you'll see is sometimes companies, they land a large builder or they get a ton of influx from customers from social media, wherever it is, and then the quality of the work tends to decline.
Right.
For me specifically, and this is kind of the thing that's baked into Next Level Smart Home's core value, is customer service excellence. No question. There is no. It's not up for debate.
Yep.
And if you say, well, what do you mean by that, Jeremiah? If you look up Next Level Smart Home, and anybody that's watching, look up my company's reviews. We have 280 reviews. Every single one of them is a 5-star.
Yeah.
Not a single one is less than a 5-star. And it's hard to do that, right? And that, to your point about control, being able to treat every single customer.
Yeah.
Like we're talking right now, one-on-one. I know most of my customers by name. I remember their projects, you name it. And they're like, how do you remember all of that? And so I don't want to grow to the point where I lose that. Right.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So we're trying to grow smart. We want to obviously open up another branch in Houston just because Houston's huge, man. It's we're all over, but we'd like to put a branch maybe on the north side, and obviously we're closer to central Houston. and then eventually expand out into other markets within Houston. Specifically, maybe like San Antonio. So we've got some friends and family that are out there. And there's an opportunity for us to go out there and put our mark on that. So we definitely want to continue to grow. We just want to do it in a very smart way and want to make sure that we don't impact our customer experience and our reputation in a negative way. So we're being strategic about how we go about doing it.
You hit the right word.
Yeah.
You cannot buy a reputation. You earn it.
Every single day.
And that's the key word that everybody says. Warren Buffett said, we can afford to lose some money. We can never afford to lose any reputation. Not one iota. Not one thing. Which is very smart. I mean, you take a look at his life and the things that he did. That reputation is what creates it. And by having that reputation, you have nothing but word of mouth. Solid word of mouth. People. Who should I call?
Yeah. Go next level.
You call Jeremiah.
Yeah.
The only people call Jeremiah. That's what you want.
Yeah.
And when you get to that level, that is that's incredible to be able to live and have that kind of reputation that you can live with. I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of companies out there today that just live from one sale to the next, not worried about the sale they made. What's the next one?
Yeah.
This is the one you need to take care of. Take care of this one. That will take care of itself. And that's how you do it.
And it's funny you said that. Me and my partner, we always have quarterly meetings where we talk about, hey, let's make sure we're aligned. I think communication and partnerships is critically important. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not looking to tomorrow. Tomorrow, God said the same is going to be there. Right. Handle the day, right?
Yeah.
You handle the day, tomorrow will come, right? And you can figure it out when it comes to someone. I'm dealing with customers or any client, right? I want to make sure that you've got our undivided attention.
That's it. And I'm going to tell you, talking about today, but when you wake up today and you haven't got it figured out, it's too late.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's too late.
Yep.
You got to stay ahead of it. And that's how you create a reputation you're talking about. Well, Jeremiah, I can only say this. It has been an absolute pleasure meeting you, sitting here and chatting with you. We're going to put this whole thing together, and we'll do some editing on it, get it cut down the size where needed.
Okay.
We're going to give you, we'll get you a copy.
All right, sounds good.
We'll get that, and then we're going to fire it out there and send you all over.
Good. I appreciate you.
Jeremiah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Have a great day, sir.
Likewise. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.